It's week 9 of the NFL, and coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He's coming off one of the better games we've seen, over 170 yards.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Panthers offense set to take over for the first time, and it's Andy Dalton who is at the helm. In season 13 now out of TCU.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
To throw here, Dalton. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. 3rd down here. You look at this Colt defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hekker. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Nifty move. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is a number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Richardson looking to throw this. He'll get this one to Pittman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Richardson off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And to the 42-yard line here. Down there. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They will run the draw with Jacobs.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Jacobs going to try the middle. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. And now to the air, Dalton. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Dalton operating in the red zone now.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Richardson working from the gun.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
The Colts at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Richardson to throw. He'll get this off to Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Play action here with Dome. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need good possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So Frank Reich had it right as his guys win the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long for Richardson.
And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Dalton now to pass.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Andy Dalton. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And it'll be Dalton again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Penalty is declined.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Panthers.
Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts going to take over now late in this 1st half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. This one completes Alec Pierce.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half.
On 1st down, Richardson.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The longtime vet, Jamie Collins, the man to bring him down.
So a touchdown apiece.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, the 1st half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
In motion is McKenzie.
Delay of game, Austin.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Richardson to throw off play action.
And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Offenses have to continue to try and come up with ways to block this man. Otherwise, those types of plays happen. This is why the Panthers rebuffed trade offers for Burns all offseason, knowing he's a franchise cornerstone. Career-high 12.5 sacks last year, 38 in his first 4 seasons, and he added another one right there.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers to get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well. But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just
confused.
off, just got thrown off? Got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Richardson on 4th down.
Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Carolina.
Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. First and 10, Taylor now. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Off play action, Richardson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays. We just saw that.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. On third down, here's Richardson. And he'll find Pittman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Now Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third and short, going with their tight end. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll roll him out right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Richardson now on second down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anthony Richardson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him.
And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Play action now, Dalton.
Again, that's Hurst.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Dalton. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
A little juke, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Richardson off the play fake.
Airing it out deep for Woods. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as they get this up to about the 42.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And now they're in the hurry up.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Rolling to his right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Gay's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, when you stop that clock. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now it's Richardson. And that will be incomplete as well. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Dalton and the offense now. Down 17-14. Just over 2 minutes to go. To throw here, Dalton. Able to connect with Chark. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Now 2nd and 4. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Dalton. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Dalton's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Richardson looking to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And Chark calls it in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Dalton. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 21. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Dalton's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So now one of the biggest his kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Eddie Pinheiro on now. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Richardson dials up the first throw of overtime. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther save. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Third and long for Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And he'll find Pittman. Still going. He's on his way. Michael Pittman. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake. It's not the whole thing. This is just life. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism. Ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh.
First off,